Let's now go live to Caleb Maupin, who's from the International Action Centre in New York. Caleb, morning to you. We're going to play the video, first of all, before we have our chat. Bradley Manning took full responsibility for leaking those diplomatic cables and videos to WikiLeaks. This is one of the videos that he leaked. You're familiar with it, I know. Let's show it to our viewers for a minute.
Right time now. Can you walk us onto that location? Over.
Come on, fire. 2-6, run. Yeah, roger.
All right, now that's showing so-called collateral murder as US troops fire on and kill a group of unarmed civilians. Now, Manning exposed this, but now, of course, faces charges that could see him locked up in a military prison for years or even the rest of his life. How do you view those charges against him then, Caleb? What are your thoughts?
Well, Bradley Manning is being charged for being a people's hero. He saw a crime being committed. He saw innocent people being slaughtered, and he knew that something had to be done about it. And he made that information available to the public. And for that, he's being persecuted and threatened. But it's what any moral person would do. One of the charges against Bradley Manning, they charge him with aiding the enemy. That's one of the charges. But who is this enemy in Iraq? It's the Iraqi people fighting for their sovereignty and their self-determination.
Oh, dear, Caleb, I think we've lost the line to you after all that. Let's see if we can try and get you back. Caleb, not sure if you can still... Yeah, you're back again. Carry on.
I can hear you. Yes, but who is this enemy he's charging with aiding? It's the Iraqi people fighting for their self-determination against a foreign occupier. So that charge is also outrageous.
Well, Manning highlighted himself in a statement. The cables, he described them as a perfect example of a need for more open state diplomacy. This was his aim. Did he succeed in that aim?
Well, I think he brought international awareness to the fact that the banks and corporations of the United States work with the Pentagon to enforce their will on the world and to make profits from war. And they do horrendous, evil things in order to extract profits from the people of the world. And Bradley Manning highlighted some of those things, and he exposed them, and he made that available to the public. And they really don't want people to see the reality of what U.S. imperialism and U.S. militarism really is. And Bradley exposed that, and that's why he's facing all these horrendous charges.
How come two of the bastions of American media didn't want to know? He went to the New York Post, he went to the Washington Times originally before giving all this over to WikiLeaks. Apparently they didn't take him seriously. Why didn't they take him seriously?
Well, the media in the United States is private property. It's owned by large banks, corporations that also directly work with the military. MSNBC, for example, is owned by General Electric, which is one of the biggest Pentagon contractors. So it's no surprise that they craft the news and create a narrative that serves this global system of financial imperialism and capitalism and militarism. So it's no surprise that they would craft the narrative that way and not want to highlight the truths, the ugly truths that Bradley Manning exposed.
Manning's lawyers are saying he was held in a 6-foot by 8-foot cell for sometimes 23 to 24 hours a day. They say he was banned from lying down. I mean, all sorts of horrors we're hearing about here. Do you think that these allegations hold true?
Oh, absolutely true. You know, they can be very vicious, just like he exposed how innocent people were being murdered. You know, they are very vicious on those who dare expose their crimes and demand that they be held accountable for the crimes they're committing around the world. And we know that human rights are being violated all over the world in secret prisons, you know, rendition, torture, all kinds of things like that are going on at this very moment. And it's all to serve this world global system of finance, capitalism, and imperialism.
And with all that in mind, if Manning is convicted after this, what's his future? What's his fate?
Well, if he is convicted, there will still be a global movement demanding his release because there are millions and millions and millions of people in this world who know that he is right for standing against crimes against humanity that were being committed. And the movement to free Bradley Manning is not going to end with a conviction, even if that happens. That movement will continue because the people of the world are on Bradley Manning's side against the banks, the corporations, and the Pentagon.
Caleb Maupin from the International Action Centre, thank you.
And thank you.